Stage 10, World 4.
So there's 6 worlds, is there?
I'm not sure. It looks
It
like
looked like
there.
it was 6 there.
I remember this being a pretty treacherous level. A lot of pitfalls, which is always good.
Yay.
And jumpy boys. See when I said pitfalls? That. Strap in, people.
Surprise.
So I guess you're supposed to jump over them, but man.
So how far have you been in this game? You've been to Dracula?
I believe I've beaten it. I could be wrong, but I've definitely gotten all the way to Dracula.
Right.
And beaten the first form of Dracula 100%.
At least those merfolk don't just pop out while you're...
Consistently, yeah. Well, they did last time, and that's why I died, wasn't it? Oh no, that was
No, it was a
bad.
bad.
Dirty bad.
Whew. You're about to jump. Here's an enemy spawn.
Skin of my doofs.
You're full health, mate. You don't need chicken.
But it's...
You don't need points.
I will need it.
You don't need
That
that.
was an accidental press, but I'll take it. Haha, this is this.
So where are all the...
Remember to duck on this part, because you will just straight up get...
Oh, you get
knocked
hit by those...
Yeah, mate, it's not just background. Oh, cool. I got knocked into that wall. There you go.
I'll show you how
with
it's
this
done
level.
with my experience.
Hell yeah.
Whip. So I'll pick that up. Yes, things respawn pretty quick in this game.
There's Simon before our Simon. What a skeleton.
I even killed it, and it's still...
Yeah, boy. It dies when you touch it.
Okay.
So your whip did not count.
No, you're wrong.
No, mate. No.
Go away.
Want to see him jump up while you're on the platform?
Maybe I do it. Like that guy.
Yeah, cool. But you're too quick.
Too quick. Get out of it.
Do you reckon all these skulls were like, you're going to die a lot here, so here's some symbolism
Yeah.
for your eventual
This is
death.
gonna be you.
Holy water.
I really needed those.
Oh, whoa. That holy water didn't hit the platform.
I just died.
It did for me.
It's a bit weird.
How's that random?
Yeah. As you were saying with
Yep.
the...
There's the duck. I remember that from playing this game.
You learnt the hard way many times,
Ooh,
like I will.
yeah. You'd be like, oh yeah, ducking. Oh yeah, clock. Some very Call of Cthulhu-esque enemies.
I'm not familiar with the Cthulhu world at all. I've never really read it at all.
It's probably my favourite version of horror, purely because
And then it lands on the platform.
Yeah. How does that randomly happen? How do they sometimes yes, sometimes no when it comes from the exact same spot?
Mm-hmm.
It must be this way the screen scrolls. It must be like a pixel difference or something. Crazy. Yeah, Cthulhu, like Eldritch Horror to me is fantastic. Like, I just love the almost hopelessness. Oh man,
Slipped a little bit too far. But
there
you go.
Yeah, the hopelessness of it, the overwhelming scale of the horror. Like, pretty much any way to write like a Cthulhu Lovecraftian horror thing is to make humanity completely inconsequential to the story basically. So like these are real gods that humans cannot defeat, and pretty much like every story that I can think of has been humans are pretty much just trying to survive, but their survival is like temporary, and humanity will die eventually. It's just
that's just like real life.
Yeah, exactly. Don't say that, I'm spooked. Oh, it doesn't help that I have like a massive fascination with like the cosmos and great fear of it as well.
Mm.
Like, just the fact that we are so minor.
Insignificant.
Oh man, I almost
game.
survived that, but that was 100% me just jumping for no reason. Should probably stop talking too much and actually pay attention. Because that's the reason I'm not succeeding. That was a joke. I just bad. Gimme. Ah, what? Replay that. I swear my whip just went straight through that.
The second one didn't spawn in front of you that time while you were crossing the river.
I think it is randomly spawning. Smack. Somewhat randomly spawned. Oh man. I want those points. Now it landed on this platform.
Hmm.
How strange. It must be based on where you're standing.
You try and
Was
time it, but the fall animation is
Just like,
way out of place.
I actually press it to jump there, so obviously I can't jump because I hit the roof. And it just made me fall. I tried to jump so it'd give me a bit more of like a time to land on it. And it just didn't jump, it just ran straight off. Simon! Don't run off walls!
Silly duffer.
Don't do that! Back to the Cthulhu thing, I think there's a severe lacking of good Cthulhu-esque games. Not even straight up Lovecraft-based games, but stuff based on its style of horror.
Yeah.
Man, come on! Your go. Probably the best one I can think of is probably Eternal Darkness, which I believe I lent to you for a small amount of time.
Yeah, I played a fair bit of it, but I
Yeah.
don't think I got far enough as to beat it.
It's old and a little bit outdated, but I think even the gameplay holds up now pretty well. I honestly wish they'd either make a remaster or another one, but I think the company has dissolved. I believe they made Too Human, which nobody liked.
Well, that's what bankrupted
Yeah.
whatever company made Too Human.
Yeah, so it was Silicon Knights. But also, the problem with Eternal Darkness is I believe Nintendo actually owns the rights to it.
Right.
And when's Nintendo going to make an Eternal Darkness game?
They won't ever. And that game did fairly well, didn't it?
Fairly
It was
well.
Fairly well
It's-
received.
It is fairly well known as probably one of the best GameCube games. That's not Nintendo. Look at that bastard. Can you see that crawling on the rocks?
Oh,
That's not a
okay.
glitch either. That's actually something that happens.
Okay.
Damn, that's some progression
Made
there.
it.
Oh man, this platform. You can do it. There we go. Ooh, pretty. It's actually rather cinematic view for. Oh.
Oh, okay. Dropping off
Yeah.
fleas. No!
We're like Space Marines in drop pods.
I don't like it. No!
Oh, good old flea attack. Run! Run! Run away! Murder. Oh god, that's so fake.
Definitely want to kill them immediately.
Yeah, this is one of the things where you sort of have to maintain their levels by systematically killing all of them. So they don't overwhelm you. So now he's going to get you.
And I'm boned
Yeah.
for the rest of the...
Pretty much. Doesn't help that you got no whip. Like, that's just rude.
Keep forgetting I don't have to crouch to kill these things.
Hmm. They do look very squat. I wonder what their artwork's like in the manual, because to me they look like little old men monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
They look like little bald, bearded men. Oh!
Yeah, we never...
Hi! Bye! It's like, I'ma get ya! Look
So
at
I'll
those.
never know what that door snake did.
Oh,
there's one
you
right
will.
there.
He's like
okay.
Yeah, he's like a statue snake. That also took 4 pegs of your health. I hope you know.
Oh, well, it's Slightly better than getting hit into pits over and over, like down the river.
Probably just, you don't even
So
have
does it-
much for a dagger. Top and
That's...
bottom.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, these are cheesable enemies as well. Delicious
Oh, you
items.
lock them, can you?
Yeah.
You only took half my health, though.
Easy mode. This one's fun.
Wow!
Yeah.
What's this?
It's a cheap
Fair
spot.
spot for
So
it.
this one more. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh. This is gonna be another long one, I think. Oh man, I actually wanted that. I'm sad man. Gimme. Hey, my whip didn't go through it this time. Never brave enough to do that on a moving platform. Grab that stuff. I think even in Mario, I'm like,
It's not worth it all the time.
oh,
Especially when
points.
it's 100 points.
Yeah. Cheeky bat
Oh.
bastard. Cheeky bat bastard. That's a Ninja Gaiden move right there. That's a cheesy one. Hehe. Respawn. It's alright, I didn't want clock anyway. Yeah. That was a test to see how far forward you would need to be for the platform to catch over. It turns out a lot. Okay. Just headbutted him again. It's alright, I've got a full whip now. It was all part of my plan. Double kill!
Oh god. They didn't throw enough things at you there.
I like how I can't get... I'm the one that's played this a ton, and I can't get past the bloody crouch zone. I think I might be too impatient.
Yeah, but your deaths help me.
That's true. By getting closer to your turn.
Yeah, I was really banking on you beating all the levels for me.
No mate, I can't carry even in games I know. Stop.
So this run you've got it.
Yeah.
Should beat the boss pretty easy this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Not. It's cheesy. Oh. I like how I just freaked myself out and just run away. How do you like that sweaty controller? Intenseness. Oh yeah, back to the Call of Cthulhu thing, saying as I can focus on talking now and not focus on
I'm gonna
doing
die
shit.
like super quick so I can get back to you.
No! I mean, yes, I love this game, but still, it's hard. A lot of people like the actual Call of Cthulhu game for PC and Xbox, and I felt like I gave it a pretty good chance, and I just really hated the stealth mechanics in it, and it just annoyed me.
I can't even picture the game that you're talking about.
It's got a really ugly dude on the front cover. Let's see if I can get it up here. Whoop. It's
Thanks, Bert.
yeah, I believe it was on original Xbox and PC. I only played the PC version. It might be better on original Xbox. I don't see why it would be, but stranger things have happened. I haven't played the most recent 2018 Call of Cthulhu game. It looked good, but I haven't even really looked into it too much. I still would really like to do like a role-playing Call of Cthulhu campaign, because Cthulhu's cool, role-playing's cool. Only cool guys do role-playing games!
I see it.
Ah, sure, Cheesy McCheese doesn't bloody step on you that time. Comes at me though. Son of a gun. Look at this, and a life to spare.
Both on that bone snake. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Mm.
He's not the prettiest fella.
It's not the prettiest game either, but... Well, that's a game that's in that bank of games that I keep reinstalling and trying to give a shot.
Yeah, you miss one and you just get overwhelmed.
Yeah. Kill. Yes. Kill. Yeah, it's better to kill them definitely before they land. Run! And now for the easy part.
Yeah.
You might actually, if you can survive without getting hit, you might benefit from keeping that. Never mind.
Goodbye, holy water.
I'm super cautious about... Oh, there it is. Cautious about hitting things when I have items that I feel like I need. Because there's always a dagger lurking. That is such weird on the draw. You can't see his third, like, spine.
Out of hearts.
Oh, I'm all out of hearts. I can't stab you without them.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan. I don't have the... No, just in general, this game, like... I don't have the rose-tinted goggles that you have.
Rose-tinted goggles? I didn't play this back in the day.
Didn't you?
No. This is a most... I haven't played... Like I said, the only game that I've actually played back when I was a kid, when this console was semi-relevant, because it was never, when I was younger. Fuck, why did I do that? Was Mario and Duck Hunt, because I had the dual set.
Mario is by far, I feel like, even number one was pretty good, especially for its time, but in
Mario
terms of fair platforming,
yeah,
it's very well designed.
It's very well designed, but I find, oh man, yeah, why did I do that?
Whereas this game, I feel like a lot of my lives are just getting taken cheaply. Even though with the slow pace.
I honestly disagree, but that's just me. Come on. Like, I'm just being bad. This is one of those games that you can just play through so easy when you're good at it. Ninja Gaiden's the same. A lot of people hate it because it's like so cheap, but it's not. It's learnt. You can get really good at it. And I'm not. I literally am going to game over at the first part of this game. I need to focus. Stop. It's twice that dude spawned.
How much does an axe use up of your hearts? One. Okay, so
maybe I'm wrong.
There's all one except for the clock maybe?
Yeah.
Which is probably either 3 or 5, I guess. How good is a holy water against the snakes?
Pretty good, I would think. That's what I was... Okay, this controller. That was absolutely the controller.
You reckon?
I absolutely press jump. Like 100% press jump. No, I'm not saying it's bad, but I definitely press jump then. They might have just had a delay on the button. Very frustrating. I think what this game does suffer from is like random spawn points.
Wow, that's the first time any of them fired a bullet.
That's a thing? I didn't even know that was a thing. I guess they will jump. Oh, that's cheap. That's cheese. See, that's what I mean about random spawn points. So, like...
It's bad. It's bad. Random spawning.
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
in this sort of game is bad.
Yeah. But the
yeah.
problem is, if it didn't have that consistent spawning, it would be absurdly easy. Like, absurdly easy.
But you can make a game challenging without having, like, where it'll spawn just as you jump and there's no way to avoid it.
Absolutely, I agree. But with this gameplay in mind, like, if you stood here and cleared this room out, like, this particular screen, you would have no threat? Oh, that is so rude. That's ridiculous.
It's like you have to wait for a bat spawn before you can make your next jump.
Yeah. But we've done this multiple times and I haven't seen that bat. So, like, yeah. So it's definitely frustrating, but...
Oh, I thought I was going to die there when it froze me.
It's so weird. I just think there's pretty much always ways to deal with what you're doing, and it's just figuring out, like, he's gonna
the method seems that you need to wait for the timing.
Yeah.
In order to be safe, you have to wait for the timing.
Yeah.
Before doing any of those jumps.
Which again is very Ninja Gaiden-esque, and I guarantee you're gonna hate Ninja Gaiden way more.
Oh yeah, because the spawns in Ninja Gaiden are some of the worst I've ever seen in an NES game. Like, if you move back a millimeter and then go forward, it'll respawn.
Yeah, but if you do it with the flow in mind, it's like a wonderful game. Because you can, like, attack things as you're in the air, so they may spawn on platforms that you can't get to, but you can attack them in the air and use items to your, like, advantage and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the flow of the game, it's just one of those really satisfying games that'll punish you if you don't play it the way it wants you to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think this emulates a lot. Don't get the dagger for the love of God.
Is it the second or the third? I guess
just hit it and let it despawn.
I get it.
Second. You actually made my heart skip a beat. So what does clock use? Let's find out. 5. Murder.
Ooh, that makes it actually easy. You need an item to effectively deal
Don't
with
stand under stuff with items that you need. Kill it from a distance. Yeah, and, like, that's... I think I've said this possibly before. That's what I like about this game, is that...
Is this a boss room?
Looks like it. And I think
Does the clock work on it?
Don't know. Ego Raptor's sequelitis talked about it too, is how important the items are in this game, and that, I think it's Castlevania 4. It doesn't work. Castlevania 4... or Super Castlevania takes that away, and the whip is just the only thing you need.
Yeah.
And it's not interesting, because you, at all times, are 100% prepared for whatever.
So what do I do now? I've lost all my equipment. I've only got a dagger with, like, 6 hearts. There's no way for me to beat the bone snakes without being super lucky, really. Like.
Yeah. There's ways to beat them. Like, you can just smack those fireballs. You don't have to dodge them. They're just like the other thing. There is a way to deal with that. It seems really hard, but you could probably stand up close and just whip the fireballs constantly. There'd probably be a way to do it.
They come up diagonally.
Yeah, but there's probably a position that you can do to deal with it. I just don't know. Again, it's one of those things, a trial and error.
And then there's this one that's at the lower elevation.
Yeah, you need to run down and get down.
And just hope that
there you go.
Can lock it before... No, that's not as helpful as hearts at all. Though the dagger is more useful than the
clock against this guy. There
should
be some wall chicken.
How hard is it for...
It's wall hearts. You have to go... Yeah, no, you're not going to get in time.
How easy is it to kill that thing that jumps around? Is it just one hit?
No, I think that's part of the boss as well.
Oh, okay, so...
But you should probably focus him. No, I think you can kill it before. Oof.
Wow.
Yeah, it takes 4. Alright, so I'm going to die at the first screen and then you can try again. You can do it. I sort of remember, apart from the part with the Christ Almighty.
0 options.
Yeah. Apart from the part with the Medusas and the Knights, this is probably the hardest part of the actual game. I remember this being treacherous as hell.
This bit here is the hardest part of the game.
Like this whole level.
Right.
This whole sequence.
I feel like I'm confident enough with this river bit. You know, it's just learning how to deal with the boss.
Yeah.
And conserving enough health from those bone snakes.
Probably just keep clock at this point. Not that I'm gonna be able to use it. Don't kill myself.
Yeah, remember to walk off here, don't jump. It's the best way.
Because you can't. I tried to use the jump as a timing factor, but the jump doesn't work on that.
You get a short break there with no bat spawns.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That,
that might be random. There we go, no hits. So this, you just got to kill them before they have it activate, essentially. I should have just kept running.
They catch you.
Yeah, but they keep dropping back.
As soon as you need to swing for one at the front, the ones behind will catch you.
It's better to just cut them out. That's so weird that timed in a way that you can just...
Yeah, I just ran through there in desperation and managed to find out you just walk through.
Touch! I'm kidding. Don't.
You're doing heaps better this time.
Yeah.
You still got 2 lives. Oh, that's nice to know. I see, I never check the blocks.
Don't random item me.
Oh, you didn't get points there.
Also don't have a weapon to use against this boy.
Yeah, true.
Regardless, I will take that. Just in case I get something here. Or... hither! Cheesed!
Oh, you can stun lock it. If you have frame perfect timing. He still does a lot of damage. He can 4 hit, yeah. He's so low too.
Yeah!
Nice.
Woo! Alright. On to the next one. I'm just standing in the air. Cool guy pose.
Alright. Score. Wow,
Next
nice,
one.
nice score.
Yeah.